Okay, it's literally snowing indoors right now. I don't know why this is happening. Alright, today we're going to be looking at my Tactician. We're specifically going to be looking at my last stand variation of the builds. Because I have a DZ build, I have a healer build, but we're just going to look at my last stand build. So, let's start this one off. 1209 farms. It's going to get maxed out in the last stand anyway, it doesn't matter. Skill haste. You really want skill haste on the chest. It's super important. You want yourself to be a little tougher, I go health. Honestly, health, skill haste, and then ammo capacity is really up to you. You could have whatever you want here, but I like ammo capacity. Yeah, that's really what you want. You really want skill haste, you really want health. I opted for some health mods and some stamina mods here. These are the only two health and stamina mods actually on the build. Here we're down to the mask. Again, firearms, those are the only two things that I have in firearms. Skill power for the major. You could put on something else if you want, if you wanted like crit chance or something else. I'm attack build, so skill power is a no-brainer. For the minor, bleeding death, I'd really rather that be burn, but can't win them all, you know? Okay, again, skill power here. Health. You're seeing a trend here, I hope. You're rolling health everywhere that you can roll health, practically. For my minors, I really would rather there be burn in there. Damage to elites is a luxury, but it's not important. I'd really rather there be burn in there, especially that kill XP. That's completely useless. But you really can't go wrong with Vigorous. Also, Vigorous synergizes quite well with Inventive. Inventive is giving me a 50% skill power bonus when I'm at full health. So anywhere when you're at 100% health to 150% health, which is how much you have when you have Vigorous active, I'm getting an extra 15% skill power. That's a flat increase. Again, majors, we've got health, and then minor, we've got burn resistance. If you didn't want to put health here, you could put skill power. Now, I've decided not to because I wanted to be a little bit more rounded. I didn't want to be a die-hard skill power dude. I wanted to have a nice, like my toughness is over 300k. I wanted it to be over 300k. I did not want to dip it below. You could dip it below. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. For me personally, I wanted a rounded out experience. So I still have high skill power levels. Like 267 is not as high as it goes. I will show you. Also, 267 is what it looks like when I'm at full health. If I hit this, now it's at 235. This is what it looks like when I do not have Inventive. So 235 is my normal skill power. It goes up to 267 from Inventive. And I'm also getting other bonuses, but I'll show you that later. So for here, again, skill power on everything practically. For your first major, you want to have your primary weapon. I have an assault rifle, so I picked this, but if you run an SMG, you'd want to have SMG damage. Crit chance there, obviously, or maybe it's not so obvious, but crit chance there. And then skill haste. Super important that you get skill haste everywhere that you see it. You really want to go for health and skill haste on everything. So here, again, skill haste and health. Here we have health. Here we have skill power. Here we have, you could do health or skill power. I do health. And then here, skill haste. Now here, the holster, this is where it gets interesting. A lot of people will put health here because I said earlier, you want to roll health on everything. But you have to understand, let me see if I can find one with health. Health. That's 8,300 health, okay? When you're rolling health on your chest, you get 16,000. So the difference between having 8,300 health or having 7% skill haste and then having 9% skill haste, like I'm going down by 2% skill haste and I'm going down by like half the health amount. It's pretty much a no-brainer. You want to go skill haste here. You really do. There's no other option. Even if you wanted to go health, even if you wanted to boost yourself up, you wouldn't go health because it's shitty. You would want to go skill haste. Now that we're done with the actual build, let me just quickly show you what I'm getting for bonuses. So the two piece gives me 50% skill haste. Again, skill haste is super important. Your skills are only as good as how often you can use them. If I have a really, really, really good seeker and a really good heal, but it comes back in 60 seconds, then I suck. Like, I'm useless for 60 seconds until it comes back. So you want that skill haste up. That skill power is just a bonus, and then the 4-piece, it's going up 0.2 per bullet up to 30%. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And let me go through the mods really quick. Those are the only health mods I have, and then that's going to be 263, 3% haste, 263, 3% haste, 263, 3% haste. For prototype mods, I have 6% self-heal for these two, and then this one either goes seeker damage or ally heal, depending on what I'm feeling. Right now, for Last Stand, it's seeker damage. Let's show you the talents. Oh, actually, let me show you the weapon really quick. My sniper is irrelevant. I mean, it's a good sniper, but it's not really part of the build. So you have responsive and competent. Responsive and competent are the reason why this is a rounded build. So I have just enough firearms to get responsive. I have 4,800 firearms. That unlocks at almost 4,800. So I'm getting 10% here, and I'm getting 20% here when I activate a skill. My cooldowns are shorter than 15 seconds, so I'm going to have competent all the time. That's always going to be up. I'm always going to have that bonus, and I'm always going to have this bonus, because I'm going to be close to somebody. So that's giving me the edge that I wouldn't have if I went all out. If I just poured it all into skill power and I was a crazy tactician, I'd have awesome abilities, but I wouldn't... I feel like I wouldn't have enough gunplay, like, to really, like, support somebody like Zach, who's just a Hexo build, and he's just going all in for DPS and stuff. So that really makes it competitive. Talented is so crucial for a tac build. So I'm getting 15% when I kill somebody. 15% skill power for 20 seconds when I kill somebody. So keep that in mind. So I'll count all the bonuses in a second. So those are my talents there. Let's look at these talents. Triage. I shouldn't have to tell you that you need to run triage. Triage is pretty obvious. You're going to be healing teammates. You're going to need triage. Death by proxy. This is something I absolutely love to get. Especially in Last Stand, but I even run it in DZ. Basically, you destroy somebody's deployed skill, and you get 20% skill power for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is a long-ass time. That is a very long time to capitalize on it. This is something I only use when I use Seekers. It gives me 20% extra damage when I'm throwing a Seeker out. This just helps me one-hit people. Like, when there's a bunch of people in an alley, and they're all grouped up together, and I throw this, it's gonna kill everyone. On the move is a 15% decrease in incoming damage for 10 seconds. On the move, Talented, and Death by Proxy. Talented is the weapon that's on my M4. Those three talents synergize so well, and I'll show you in a second how they synergize together. Alright, we're back now. So right now I have a 30% boost from my Tactician bonus. And what that means is I shot Ben a bunch of times, and so now I have 331 skill power. So let me show you where I'm getting bonuses from. I'm getting 10% from the native bonus of the 3-piece bonus for tacticians. Then I'm getting 30% here, so that's 40%. I'm getting a 40% increase right here. I'm also at full health, so I'm now getting a 55% increase of my skill power. That gets me up to 331. Now, 55% can be increased even further. So let's say Ben drops a skill. Ben's an enemy, I'm gonna shoot the skill. Okay. Now, I just got Talented and Death by Proxy.
Morning.
So I'm at 406.
You've disavowed a division. This
right
action
now.
will
If
mark
I
you as
throw
rogue.
a heal out or anything at 406, if I like hurt somebody with like a Seeker or I do something, it is going to absolutely demolish the person that I'm hurting. No one's going to survive that. I just lost Talented, so it dipped down to 373 because I still have the other bonuses. Once I loot Death by Proxy, you'll see it dip down again. Okay, 331. So now we're back to just having the boost and the other boosts. So, I don't know if you noticed, but my talents here. So I got Death by Proxy. I got Talented. So that was, so hold on, let's count it again. So we get 30%, 40%, 55%, 60, 70%, and then Death by Proxy is 90%. So that is a 90% boost in my skill power. So in that time that I have 90% increased skill power, if I'm throwing out of skills, they're just demolishing dudes. Absolutely demolishing them. Consequently, like I said, I was saying how these talents synergize together. So I have Death by Proxy and Talented. You can obviously see how those two things work together. On the Move is giving me 15% incoming damage resistance for 10 seconds. So say Ben drops this. I'm going, oh, okay, great. I'm going to increase my skill power. See how I'm moving around like that? I got on the Move 365k toughness. So not only am I insanely powerful as far as skill power is concerned, but I have 365k toughness. It just went away, so now I lost it. Now I'm back to 310. But you can see how those three talents synergize. In one moment, in one action of me shooting a skill and destroying it, I just get 3 bonuses at once that are all very, very strong. I thought about killing Ben to demonstrate how strong it is, but you already know it. 406 skill power, I think you can do the math. Alright, what else do I need to do? I guess I could show you my main stats, so... okay, so the other things that are important: headshot damage, crit damage, and crit chance. The ratio that you want to stick to for a ratio of crit chance to crit damage is 1 to 10. So let's say you had 10% crit chance. If you had 100% crit damage, that would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. So right now, I have 14.5% crit chance. If I wanted to do the most DPS without changing this, this would need to be 145. Considering that this is 64, it means I don't have enough crit damage for as much crit chance as I have. So, for example, if you were like, oh, I want to do a lot of damage, I'll throw on Savage Gloves, it would not help you because you have so much crit chance already. You don't have enough crit damage for the crit chance that you have. You want to stay to a 1 to 10 ratio. Yeah, if you just threw on a bunch of chance for no reason, yeah, you might get a slight increase, but like, mathematically, it's 1 to 10. That's the best ratio. Headshot damage, I only have it 99% because I'm actively choosing to not run mods that give me headshot damage. My large optic is 18%, you can see that right there. I guess I just really liked that. I just wanted it. But if I'm looking at my muzzle, for instance, I'm running the SR7 suppressor. That is known to be the suppressor that gives you crit damage. I could run an Omega Rifle suppressor because it's giving me more headshot damage and it's increasing my DPS, and I go, oh, the green number, that looks good. But realistically, when you're shooting somebody in Last Stand or in the DZ, you're just throwing shots on chest level, head layer, chest level, body level, like anywhere you can hit them in the body, that's where you're getting them. That's going to be a crit. That's not going to be a headshot damage, that's going to be a crit. So you want that crit damage as high as you can, because like I said, we wanted 1 to 10 ratio, and since I have 14.5% crit chance, I don't have enough crit damage for as much chance as I need. So I don't want this headshot damage. It says the DPS is better, but in reality, we know the crit damage, we're lacking in crit damage, we need more of it. So that's why I'm choosing this. Even though it looks like the DPS is going down, it is better. Here we have crit damage as well. These two I have for damage. This I have headshot damage. And then this I have chance and rate of fire. So yeah, that ends up with these numbers, or those numbers right here. I guess you could look at my skill haste. My haste is 48%. If I threw on a 3% mod, I would it wouldn't go to 51, it would go to 50, and that's why I don't have another mod on, because I'd be losing that 1%. It caps at 50. If I go to Last Stand, I will have 50, but in the DZ, I only have 48%. Again, I could fix that with a mod, but I'm just not gonna. I think 48 is fine. 48, it's fine because I can heal others with Triage, and I'm gonna be getting stuff in seconds, like literally seconds. There's no downtime between that kind of stuff. All right, well, I think I covered it all. I think I demonstrated why. Unfortunately, I didn't show you any Last Stand gameplay, but pretty much just showed you why, you know, Vigorous works with Inventive, why, even though I kind of have only 267 skill power, I am able to easily get that up to 400k with literally just one action. It's just me shooting at a turret. I get on the move, I get, you know, talented, I get death by proxy. Like, I'm getting all of those bonuses all at once. It's just a 90% increase to your skill power on top of already high skill power. That is why I'm just throwing out this stuff and just murking dudes. Like, that's why people are just dying. Because you can't stop it. It's too good. It's too powerful. And the heals are too good. Too strong. Alright. Tactician out, boy. Tactician out!